Go ahead.
Okay. Where last we left off, you guys, after having left the Lost Peaks, seeing the message from Ribolova, Kay's patron, that she wished to prevent the next spell plague, and she needed something called the Nether Scroll to do it, as well as the Nether Scroll presumably being Vigo's only way back home to his different material plane, known as Eberron. Found that the Nether Scroll was possessed by Halaster Blackcloak, the Mad Mage of Undermountain. He made your way back to the city of Waterdeep and inquired to Durnan about the dangers of Undermountain and what you faced. He warned you only that to play along until you can get away with not playing along anymore. After descending into the mountain, you came across a number of bandits dressed up as vampires, who you handily dispatched, as well as a psychic gray slime. And a couple of creative solutions later, you managed to get through them easily, and have continued your trek into the first level of Undermountain. The last thing you found before we left was an empty room complete with some sort of illusion, sitting in which was a floating bronze mask. Julie grabbed the bronze mask, which he now has in his possession, which shattered the illusion, but the mask itself is very much real. It resembles a smiling theater mask. And that's where we left off.
Actually, I have the mask because I have it tied around my belt.
Oh, there you go. All right, you have the mask.
Hey guys,
I
sorry
couldn't
I'm late.
remember. That's okay. We're just starting. So, what would you guys like to do next? Where would you like to go next?
Suppose check the northward.
This hallway goes down further. Comrades, please be on the lookout for a replacement weapon for me. That slime has damaged the one I currently have.
I can hand you one of my 3 daggers.
At that, I'm going to say to Dreyloff, what about the hammer? You know, the one you can't seem to pronounce things with.
Yeah, Dreyloff, I show you have the +1 Warhammer Anvil Wrath and a Dwarven Great Axe with the Fire Rune, the Cauterizer.
Yeah, I was going to ask Vigo if he wanted to use this hammer.
He presents to you, he pulls out and shows to you a warhammer that has a hammer and anvil symbol engraved on the side of it, and is very beautifully carved.
Dreyloff, this looks like a family heirloom. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure. It's when you're done with it, just, hand it back, I guess.
Well, I will use it with honor.
Okay.
And I throw my pick on the floor. I'm done with it.
Ding, 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 ding. If you need the stats for that warhammer, it is in your magic items handout, which will be kind of at the bottom of your information pane there.
All right, so how do I make
I'll drag it in. So, just rename that Anvil Wrath. Now, for you, you have to attune to it in order to get the +1 benefit. So for now, it's just going to operate as a regular warhammer. So we'll just subtract the 1 for damage and 1 for rolls in the meantime. And since you're getting rid of the war pick, I am going to just delete that from your inventory.
Thank you.
Okay. Done.
Push it open this door.
Okay. In the room beyond, you can see the room itself is empty, but there is a tunnel that swoops around and gradually begins to slope downwards.
I'll enter.
Okay. You can see the hallway slopes around to the north and down.
Ooh, what's that?
After descending down about 20 feet or so, you eventually come to a square room with a dome ceiling 15 feet high at the edges and 30 feet high in the middle. The dome is filled at the top with sizzling acid that defies gravity as it floats 15 feet above the floor. Sitting underneath of it is a statue 8 feet tall that resembles a 4-armed fish monster in the middle of the room. It is facing to the north and has in its webbed claws an ornate 1-foot square stone box with a lid and a keyhole.
Somebody else can investigate the statue.
Sure,
I
I'll
do-
walk up. I'll
I
investigate
do
the
not
box.
like the look of that acid above.
You said you're investigating the box?
Oh, 100%. I'm not gonna like touch it by any means, but I'm just gonna like kind of like dodge my head around it, look around.
Sure. It looks like, just upon casual inspection, that had you the key or some way of picking the lock, you could probably easily open it while the statue is holding it. Alternatively, with enough strength, you could probably pry it from the statue's grasp.
Julie, what do you think?
Julie eyes the acid. Nope. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Maybe a rope. We can pull it.
What if we make wait? So are the hands like grasping it? So like I
Yes.
couldn't pull it backwards. I'd have to lift it up.
You would have to pry it out of its hands. That would take a little bit of strength.
What if we made a pulley system? I'm asking the group.
Look around.
I
See if there's
have
anything you can use to construct a rudimentary lathe.
have no pulleys on me. That's not
Well-
something I adventure with.
Well, I'm saying like we could use a python or something like that to put it in the ceiling, hammer it over, run a rope through it, tie the rope around the box.
The ceiling that's acid, you mean?
No, it's just a small portion of it is acid. It's not all acid.
My first thought is it's a fulcrum.
Or we could try to find the key and come back.
Kelly,
Mm-hmm.
just walking in, do I detect any trigger for a trap or anything like that?
Make a perception check. Not that you see.
Oh, I didn't scroll down. I was like, what the hell did I roll?
Well, if you could tie a rope to the box, I'll pull it from the safety of the hall and not underneath the acid.
That's what I'm saying. We'll make a pulley system, run it to the hallway, see if we can pull it up from the hands. That way, if the acid does drop, we can just GTFO.
Dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
You said the acid is in a domed ceiling.
It's in a dome ceiling above this room. The dome of the ceiling covers the entirety of the square room in here. At 15 feet at the low end, it's kind of where, just outside of where Vigo is, and 30 feet high up at the center of the room where the statue is.
So, just eyeballing it, how deep do I think the acid puddle would be?
Probably about 15 feet deep.
So if that acid were to come down,
You would be bathing in a veritable pool of acid.
better question. I assume there were not steps down to the statue. I assume this is all on the same level.
It's sloped down to the statue, actually.
How deep's
Does
the
does
slope?
does
20
the
feet.
floor look like it has acid damage? Like, might there be a line at some point up the ramp where the floor texture changes somewhat, as if to say that's when the acid falls. That's like where the line is.
There's nothing to suggest. There's nothing to suggest recent acid damage on the floor, and there's no line or anything in the floor to suggest where the acid might stop if it were to start filling up the place.
Gentlemen, I'll be right back. I gotta go get something else for my eye. I take your time, whatever you decide to do. I'm just back up in this hallway. All right.
All right.
How about we try tying a rope to that box and pulling it out of the acid, out from under the acid.
Deal.
All right, you're there, so Julie will take the rope out of the bag, toss it to you.
I'll begin to tie it around the box.
Okay. Easy enough.
Sounds like a strength conversation, so I will move
I-
myself
I-
back up the hallway.
I
Now-
wait for Kay to get clear, and then we'll pull.
Well, here's my question now. So, Do we want to try and just pull it directly back, or do we want to try and pull it up first?
Are we trying to save this stone statue? Might as well just pull it straight.
Okay. Then I will give you the A-OK, give my best Boy Scout knot, and get out of there.
You guys, back up a little bit.
I think those two are going to help you pull it.
Well,
No,
he
but-
already has advantage, so anybody helping.
I'm gonna pull it from here, so everyone get behind me.
Well, no, Draloff has advantage.
Yeah, so I'm saying us helping him pull would just be more
Julie's
advantage.
pulling, not Draloff.
Or-
Currently.
Well, who can, if someone, I don't know what advantage would convey here, but I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Well, for you to get advantage, somebody would have to help you pull. Well, somebody would have to help you pull in order for you to get advantage.
All right, so someone else grab the rope behind me and let's
I
pull.
gotcha.
All right, so we pull.
All right, so Julie, go ahead and just make an athletics check with advantage. Okay, so you pull and you pull and you pull, and with enough strength, using the rope, doing whatever you can to avoid the acid, two things happen. The good news is the box is pried from the statue's hands and goes plunk, dunk, dunk, dunk on the floor nearby. The acid doesn't seem to react. You breathe a temporary sigh of relief before you realize that the statue that was holding it begins to animate.
Of course.
Oh shit!
I need everyone to roll initiative as it angrily hisses at you.
Let's just run with the box trailing behind us.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
And can I roll when it gets here? Did mine show up? No, it did not. I rolled a 2, Killy.
Oh, had you?
Yeah, roll a 2.
So we're not here all night. I'll go ahead and roll initiative for him. He can yell at me later. Okay. We'll just begin the round with Treverin.
So I know I'm in initiative, but I don't know necessarily what's happened. So I'm going
No.
to
From where you are, all you hear is the hissing in the
Right.
room beyond.
I'm going to move up just on the other side of K, and I'm going to hold Chaos Bolt as an action.
Okay. You hold your action for the turn. Julie, you're up.
The acid. Hold on, before I move.
The acid is still floating high up in that room.
And is it floating above, say, this square?
No, it is floating. Hang on, let me see if I can drag a thing out. It is floating over there. That's not to say that it won't spill out into the room beyond where you're all standing, but that's
Right.
where the dome itself is.
Because there's enough volume of it that should it fall, it'll flow up the hallway.
Correct.
Okay. In that case, I am readying my two-handed sword and staying right where I am. And oh no, wait, let me see. 10, 20, 30, 50. Okay, now I'll actually go to here to increase the chances he can reach me with a move. And I'm holding an attack action. As soon as he gets within my melee range, I'm going to perform an attack action.
Understood.
But I don't want to. I want to give myself a chance to stay out of the acid.
Understood. All right. Fortunately for you, this creature is just angrily at you, is going to, seeing you holding the rope, especially who that contains the box, is just going to charge over the box, out of the room, and right up next to you. So go ahead and use your attack actions. Natural 1. 22 hits. All right. He bats away at the first strike. You almost drop the sword, but you manage to steady your grip and come through with an upswing, causing a little bit of slashing to go right across it. It stares back at you with jagged teeth, and it gets ready to pounce you.
Okay.
It is going to begin by first attempting to bite you. Okay, which it does for 7 points of damage,
4.
It's reduced to 4, right?
reduced to 4. And then, so it gets a bite, kind of off into your arm. You manage to rip away, but it causes a nasty dent. And as it bites in, you watch as this four-armed creature sniffs the air, and it looks like it gets real hungry real quick, and begins to charge at you twice with its claws at an especially hefty frenzy. So it will slice you once, for 14 reduced to 11. And the second time, or 12 reduced to 9. Kent, are you back?
Ouch.
All right. Since I'm controlling him, I'm going to move him up. I'm just going to have him cure wounds you at 2nd level. And that's all he's going to that's all he's going to do. Okay, you're up.
So I have to ask. I know this
Uh-huh.
creature used to be a statue and it's now animated. Does it still retain like its rocky features, or does it seem like it's more fleshy now?
No, it looks like, well, from where you are, you can't see it.
Well, I'm gonna move up to here anyway. So
Mhm.
do what you will.
So it looked like it was a petrified stone statue. It is no longer a petrified stone statue.
But I mean, like, does it look like it's still rocky like an animated golem?
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. I'm just gonna smack him twice.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna swing out my great sword as I charge.
Alrighty. The shadow dancing along you slice twice into him. Hitting him quite hard. You watch as the four-armed creature staggers back, trying to steady himself, and he just looks like he's in a frenzy and is ready to eat.
Oh, he's gonna be on his ass, getting ready to eat.
All right. Add your extra damage. Ouch. All right. He is now prone.
That's it.
Vigo, you're up next.
I'm gonna move there and then attack twice.
Okay. Because you're a halfling, you are able to do so. Alrighty. Taking the
Jeez.
hammer in hand, you do 2 strikes against him. Hitting him hard in the kneecaps twice as you pass underneath his giant legs.
Oh shit! Well, actually, he's on the ground. I should have did advantage, but that's all right.
Alrighty. That's fine. I'll say both attacks hit. Are you using it one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 and 12.
11 and 12. Okay. So, charging past your companions, you do kind of a leaping jump right by Julian K, and taking the hammer, you impact it hard into the creature's nose. You watch as the face kind of gets impacted backwards, and he falls back and collapses. The creature is no more.
All right, fill me in. What happened?
Julie pulls up the box and
They
tries to open
Sorry.
it.
Sure. So it's locked. They rope and pulleyed the box out, and the statue animated, becoming this four-armed fish creature. I burned your initiative and took your turn for you. I used a 2nd level spell to heal Julie because he took some damage.
It's all good.
I guess try to pry the box open.
Locked.
I can try to break it open.
I was just saying, can
I look
Julie
at
force
Julie.
it? Can Julie force it?
As far as it looks like, there's nothing you can do to force the box open with raw strength.
Well then, I tell Julie to strap the rope around it, turn it into a backpack, and carry it with us. Or actually, I better yet, draw off.
Okie dokie.
As far as you can tell with the box, you'll either have to have the key or find some way to pick the lock. Or use some sort of spell.
Alright, so I'm carrying the box on my back like a back.
Okay. It's not a very big box. It's about the size of a fist. A little bigger than a fist.
Oh, I'll put it in the bag then. We don't need him to carry it like a. It's not even a backpack. It's like a fanny pack.
I was
Oh,
about to say,
I
just put it
thought
in
it was
my
actually a
belt.
full-size chest.
No, it's not like a big old treasure chest. It's a small, kind of like a jewelry box almost.
Oh,
Gotcha.
all right. That'll go into the bag with the rope, and we're
Alrighty.
on our way.
All right.
Take a listen at this door.
Okay. You don't hear anything.
Door sounds clear behind this door. Shall we open?
Yes.
All right.
There's a small hallway that curves around to your east.
Clear
Vigo,
so far.
as you come around the bend, you can see what looks like an old armory. There are racks along the edges of this room that cover old weapons, and racks that seem to have collapsed under their own weight, covered in cobwebs. In the southern wall, there is a door that has a hand axe embedded into it, as if to keep it shut.
I look around. Are there any salvageable weapons or armor around here?
No, unfortunately.
Then I'm gonna see if I hear anything behind this door.
Perception check. Nothing.
I'll unwedge the axe, I guess, and try to open it.
Okay. The axe itself comes free, and it is actually, for what it's worth, if somebody wants to take it, it's a salvageable, usable hand axe. And then opening the door beyond, you see a small room that is empty except for a 1 foot thick, 5 foot diameter stone sharpening wheel set into the floor with a stone pedal set next to it.
All right, nothing to see here then. I'll walk my way back out.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Hold on. Describe that again, Kelly.
There is a small stone wheel, 1 foot thick, 5 foot diameter stone sharpening wheel set to the floor with a stone pedal next to it.
Is it? I'll try the pedal. Julie will try the pedal. Does it operate?
The pedal pushes down, but the wheel does not turn.
Can Julie like spin the wheel with his hand? Is it fixed in place, or will it actually spin?
As you try to spin the wheel, it doesn't seem like it does anything. Like it's stuck.
I'll take a look at the mechanism. Does it look like maybe there's something in there that's jamming it?
It looks like it may have seized up a little bit with age.
Do we have any oil, guys?
I do not carry any oil. Sorry.
I'm not the Tin Man, so no.
All right. Julie will say, "Turn around," and when they do, Julie will pee on the axle.
Heard your
Okay.
wife in the background there. Okay, as you guys begin to make your way out, Julie, you unzip and let it out.
Yeah. Does it turn after that?
Yes.
All right. I try the pedal again. Does it work?
Yep. Now the wheels turns. It's a little squeaky, but the wheel turns.
I'll give my blade a quick touch up.
Okay. About how long do you take the wheel?
I don't know. As long as my party will indulge me. At some point,
Okay.
they'll start yelling for me. I'm sure.
All right. Assuming you take a few minutes to just give it a little bit of a touch-up, I'll say you just have advantage on your next attack.
Oh, nice. Thank you. All right, I'm out.
Since you did
I'll
piss on it.
I'll listen at this next set of doors.
Make a perception check. You listen very, very intently, and it sounds like there are some creatures on the other side moving around, but not very much, and you can't tell the numbers.
Comrades, there is something behind these doors. Multiple sounds. I suggest we get into battle formation and be ready for what's behind.
All right.
Let's open it up.
All right, are you opening the door then?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to roll a d6 for me.
Well, shit.
Okay. As you open the set of double doors in front of you, as the place in between them breaks, all of you, see a magic rune begin to light up. You see, Hauser Blackcloak, even in his madness, has become a master at crafting magical runes that do all sorts of different effects. I need you, Vigo, to draw one card from the rune deck. You do so by hovering your mouse pointer just over the top of the deck there and drag it out. Drag the card out.
Where the hell is the rune deck?
Bottom right corner of your screen, where it
Nope.
says rune deck.
There's nothing
No,
there.
We don't
Nope,
see it
it's
yet,
all
Kelly.
black.
Hang on.
And Trevelyan will say, nothing ever good comes from drawing cards from a deck.
Here, I'll do this. I'll just deal the card to you. To Vigo. Heal. Okay. So, I need you to tell me what that card says.
Elder Rune of Passage. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be restrained for 24 hours.
Hang on.
For the next 24 hours, the target gains the following benefits. The effect of freedom of movement and the ability to cast knock spell at will, requiring no
So,
components.
hang on. So, Elder Root of Passage, I'll do this. I'll recall it. I'm just gonna-
Olathar.
So, I need you. So basically, each of the runes in that deck, I'll just click and drag them out in the future or something. But or I'll just take a look at them myself. Anyway, all the runes in that deck have a bane and a boon effect.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to roll a d20. If you roll an odd number, you'll have to deal with the bane effect. If you roll an even number, you get the boon effect. So just a straight up d20.
Well, Christ. So I need to do a wisdom saving throw then.
7. Yep, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, and it's got a pretty high DC. Nope. You are stuck in place for the next 24 hours, restrained.
He's a halfling, right?
Yep.
Will he fit in the bag?
No.
The
But-
bag of holding?
All right,
Uh,
I give Drail off the rope, and we can carry him like
No.
a backpack.
Hold
Hang
on.
on,
I'm gonna
hang on.
try and do this.
You can use your lucky if you want.
I didn't roll a 1 on any
Oh, you're right.
saving throw. It was a 2.
Okay, if you're going to try to dispel the magic from him, I do need you to roll a charisma check. Yeah, actually, that's good enough. You managed to get rid of the magic on him.
Thank you.
Fortunately, it's one of the lesser runes, but that could have gotten nasty. As
Yes.
you're in the middle of doing that, with the doors open, you do see the room beyond is completely dark. However, In the darkness, those of you with dark vision can see, stepping out into the dim light that presumably one of you is holding, there are 3 beasts that begin to eke their way out into your field of view.
Oh shit.
They have spiked tails, draconic wings, a lion's mane, and the twisted face of what almost looks like a man.
Amara.
And the one in the middle steps forward, the 2 flanking on the sides, and says, the newest guests of Undermountain. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Its teeth smile wide, far too wide, and far too human for your liking, as it says, yours is a special episode. A special episode indeed. The Mad Mage expects great ratings.
Why do I feel like I'm in the Truman Show?
What do
I
you
was
do?
thinking Running Man myself.
Or that.
I shut the doors.
Okay. You see this happen. As soon as the restraining happens, you look at them, and you just, nope.
Should we talk to them first? I didn't seem like they were gonna eat us.
They didn't seem that friendly either.
I'm
They
gonna
did
push
not.
my door open.
You're going to push your door open?
Yeah, the one on the top side here.
Okay.
Oh,
And
Hello again.
so, are we allowed to go by here, or like?
You have a couple of options available to you. First, we could just fight, and to be honest, we are quite hungry. But the rules state that we are to provide you with a game of trivia. 3 questions right, and you pass. 3 questions wrong, however.
Now I have to ask: is this a group effort? Can we all pitch in on these questions?
By all means.
Is it all 3 wrong and attack, or like if I get 1 and we get like 2 or not 1?
Julie
Julie
can't
looks like
answer
he's
questions.
gonna. Julie looks like he's gonna have bust a blood vessel trying to figure this out.
Hold on, I need to see if I have silence as a spell. Damn it.
I guess questions it is.
Good. Do step in and shut the door behind you, if you be so kind. And they begin to kind of slink back into the darkness, waiting for you to step in. Okay. As you step in, the one in the center says, Question 1. Ancient is this realm? On the bones of what civilization is the Mad Mage's dungeon built?
Hold on. I grab all the guys together but Julie.
Okay.
And I go, allow us to confer.
Don't take too long.
My first guess would be the Netherseas.
You can make a history check to see what you can or cannot recall.
I agree. Wait.
Actually, I actually have a book on the Netherseas on me that I bought
Okay.
from that shop. There's a history of the Netherseas.
Sure, it has nothing to do with this.
Okay, I didn't know. I
And-
skimmed through it to see if that's a civilization, if I was right.
You skim around. the ancient ethereal empire has nothing to do with Undermountain.
Question real fast.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't specify Undermountain.
He said, "On the bones of what civilization is the Mad Mage's dungeon built?"
Oh, I thought you said the old is this world.
No. On the
Oh.
bones of what civilization is the Mad Mage's dungeon built? Julie does not know. Kay does not know.
Oh, I'll try rolling. Hold on.
Singe, you would be the only one who would know. You know, or recall, Waterdeep itself is built on the bones of an ancient dwarven Rome known as Malairbode, which itself is built upon an ancient elven kingdom of Illafarn, and the capital name of Illafarn, on which Waterdeep now stands, the ancient elven kingdom's capital's name was Aelin Thaladar. Aelin Thaldar. There we go.
Let's just assume that I picked up this knowledge when I was living in Evermeet.
Safe.
Okay. And I whispered to Kay, Aaron Thalador.
Ilan Thelador. And I put my hands on my hips.
Okay. You see the already eerily smiling faces grimace a bit, and they shift around a bit and say, "Very well. Question 2. How much blood is in a dwarf's body?"
Oh!
You are not
I know,
bleeding
wait.
me.
I know.
Wait. Wait. Because I ate a dwarf earlier.
You ate an arm earlier.
Yes, but I ate an arm. Can I extrapolate that I would know how much blood is in the body?
You can make a medicine check. Medicine check.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't really count the blood.
I'm not sure.
Javaren just looks over at the dwarf and the human. Taps his foot.
Time's ticking.
I don't know.
Now I have to ask, like you said, how many or how much blood? What's the measurement here? We're talking like cups, gallons.
You tell me.
I look at Drelloff. Do you know how much blood you have?
I have not a clue.
Is that a failure, I hear?
Wait a minute.
Give us just.
Wait, yeah. Hold on a sec. Hey, can I do a medicine check to figure out how much blood is in a human's body?
Sure.
Damn it.
9 to 12 pints.
Yeah, that doesn't help me now.
None
I
of you
definitely
seem
don't
to
know.
know.
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to try to figure out how much blood is in a human.
Okay, you now realize or remember. Oh yeah, a dwarf has, on average, about 6 liters of blood.
6 liters of blood.
They stumble and they say, "Very well, on to a proper riddle. Always hungry am I. Always I must be fed. The finger I lick will soon turn red. What am I?"
I mean, you can say things. You don't have to keep typing. You could say it to us. It's okay.
I know. I was in the middle of rubbing my eye.
Okay.
I would say fire or flame. You all agree?
That was my first thought.
Julie
Same
shrugs. I was going to say a bullfrog.
Yes, we know, Julie.
At this, the manticore roars. That's what they are. Look at you and slink back into the darkness.
Oh, I wanted to kill them.
I promise you, you don't. And I'll keep walking. Well, we got 3 doors here, so 4
Anything,
doors here.
anything special about this room, Kelly?
It is a big empty room. Go ahead and make a perception check, though.
Hmm. Anything on the walls or anything? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, shit. That was nature. Sorry.
Okay. Drill off with your dark vision. You can see there are 3 makeshift beds made out of soiled, torn tapestries in the corners of the room that are intermixed with bones and broken bits of stone that you think serve as the beds of these creatures.
Where did the creatures go? Did they just poof?
They slink back into the darkness. Go ahead and make a perception check if you want.
And do I hear
Alright.
anything at the door?
No. Hang on. Vigo, you're peering around and you can't see them. They've disappeared in the darkness.
Well,
And where are their beds, or in what part of the room?
They are off in the northern end of the room.
well, if I don't hear nothing behind the door, I'm gonna kick it open.
Okay. Kicking the door open, the double door is open. It opens up into a hallway that curves back around to the south.
I'm assuming all the other doorways are gonna lead to the same hall.
Well, I'm actually gonna open the second door then.
There you go.
Chickadee, check that third.
There you go.
Vigo, would you be so kind as to get the fourth?
Okay. Beyond that door, you see the desiccated corpse of an unusually large 8-legged creature, lying in the middle of the floor on its back. Its shriveled tongue is hanging out, and it's 6 feet, not 8, sticking up in the air. Clutched in one of its clawed feet is a transparent orb.
Is there any traps in here? Anything I should be looking out for? Like, can I figure out what killed it?
Make a perception check, or a medicine check,
Medicine? Sure. I don't know.
You don't know.
Alright.
Treverin, you're the best magical item person here. What's your thought? And I'll point to the orb.
Doesn't look like anything I recognize, right? I mean,
What, the creature or the orb?
the orb.
You can make an Arcana check.
And of course not. I
You
can't
don't
roll
know.
shit tonight.
Does the creature look
It's an
familiar?
orb.
Yes, a very glowy orb.
It's transparent, actually, and it's not glowing.
Does the creature look familiar?
Make a history check.
I have.
The creature you recognize as a basilisk, and in fact, Julie, as you make your way down to the south, the ceiling in here is 60 feet high, and well, you're a human, so you can't see super far, but you can see there are a couple of alcoves in the walls, and it looks like they may have held statues at one point. However, they look like they've been toppled and smashed to pieces.
Julia looks back and says, "Take the orb. Come on, let's go."
I'll grab it. Fuck it.
Okay. As soon as you move to grab the orb, coming out of the bloated basilisk's body are 2 centipedes.
Gross.
And as you reach down to touch the orb, no combat's going to happen because they don't want to take too long, but they are going to both attempt to bite into you. That'll miss. And
That will also.
that'll miss. So you grab the orb, snatch it away from the creature, and then back away before these creatures bite into you, and then they'll just kind of slither away and it's up to you whether or not you want to stomp on them or whatever as they run.
That's disgusting. I just have a glowing or a transparent orb in my hands now.
Yeah, now have this transparent orb in your hands.
I will just walk into the next room with said orb.
Okay.
I poke that corpse with the warhammer to see if there's anything else hiding in it.
No. It looks like those 2 centipedes were it. As you descend down, you do note that in one of the alcoves there is one statue still standing. It looks like it's made out of glistening black stone.
Does it have its hand outstretched or anything?
Nope. The features of the statue are impossible to discern.
The features of it are? It's just like a black block.
It's like a black statue of some kind, but the features you can't tell what they are.
What are all these down here?
Kelly, do all the statues look black, or is it just this one?
So just this one in the alcove is glistening black. Now for all these ones to the south, you see 11 very lifelike looking creatures in a variety of poses clustered together.
Oh, they're people. It's a basilisk.
You see a male half-orc, a female elf, 2 male halflings, 2 kobolds, 3 goblins, and a carrion crawler.
Well, they got anything poachable on them?
Damn it, I'll be back again. I'm sorry, guys. My eye is just killing the hell out of me.
Make a perception check. Not that you see.
Oh, damn. I guess I'll take a look at the statue then.
It seems to be made out of a black, shiny stone, and you cannot discern the features. Reloff, what are you attempting to perceive?
These 2 statues in front of
Okay,
if there's anything on.
so as you're looking around the statues, one thing does stand out to you. One of the statues is this many-legged bug-like creature, and in one of its hands is what looks like a copper crown that has 6 arrowhead-shaped malachite spires.
Can I remove the crown and show it to?
Sure. For what it's worth, that crown is worth 75 gold pieces.
Okay.
So I have to ask, does this statue move?
It's not moving.
No, like can I move it?
You're gonna try to move it?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you put your hands on it, there is a flash of magic, and the black sheen around the statue seems like it begins to shift and move on its own.
All right, Kill, you got control. My traveling guest just arrived.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks, man.
Initiative.
Have a good trip.
It's a nice day for some black pudding.
And before we start fighting Julie, I'm throwing a crown at you to put in the bag of holding.
So noted.
Yeah. Black pudding. Is that what killed Kent last time?
Yep.
Shit.
All right. We'll begin the round with Kay.
Keeping the sword and board, I'm gonna try and hit it twice.
All right. 26 will land, as will the 11.
You mean 12?
Yes, sorry. The 26
Okay.
and 12 will hit. So, all right, you cut into it twice, but as you do with both attacks, bits of the pudding begin well, a couple of things happen. So first off, as you slash into it twice with your longsword, you're going to take 7 points of acid damage as a bit of the pudding kind of splashes onto your face. You kind of scrape it away a little bit. Secondly, excuse me,
Excuse.
as you slash into it twice, the pudding will split. As soon as I can pull up the thing here.
That's nasty.
And one more. So this gets a little tinier. All right. So as you slice into it, it splits up the pudding a little bit into 3 smaller ones, all of which are animated.
Cool.
And because your weapon is magical, it does not take any corrosive damage. All right. You get anything else for your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay. Kent, you there?
You can give him a minute.
In the interest of time, I'm just going to say he's going to total dead on one of the smaller ones. Does that beat his DC? It does. All right. So, and then he's going to back up a little bit, and he's done for his turn. Vigo now has a magic weapon. He's going to charge in. He's going to take that Anvil Wrath, and he's going to smash twice into the creature to his immediate right, hitting with both attacks for 12 points of damage against that. And he is going to get splashed with a little bit of acid damage. 12 points. And then, just because I can, bonus action, second wind. Basically one of his hit dice, if I remember correctly. One d10, which I rolled 9 plus his current level. So it's actually going to be 9 and 6 is 15 hit points back to him. So that gets him back up to max. All right, Trebaron, you're up.
All right. Targeting this one down here, I'm going to hit it with Firebolt.
26 hits. And I'm sorry, you're hitting which one?
The bottom one.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
A very good roll for damage.
No. All right, you do burn a little bit of off. It gives off kind of a weird smell, but it is still standing, still wiggling.
And yep, that's all I'm gonna do for my turn.
Okay, Draloff, you're up next.
I'm gonna hit the my cauterizer counts as a magical weapon, yes?
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna smack the thing in.
All right, go for it. 16 hits, roll damage. 22 also hits. All right. All right. So as you come in twice with that thing, it does not corrode. However, bits of acid do splash back into you of its form. You're going to take 5 points of acid damage. And then secondly, because it is an axe, it is still in medium size, that pudding is also going to split. They're all basically tiny size, even though they're not all necessarily scaled correctly. All right.
I'm
That it
not
for your
done.
turn?
Nope.
All right. Julie, you're up.
Julie, having seen this movie before, is going to switch to his longbow and attack the northernmost one that just split off,
All right.
and conveniently offered him an open shot.
Natural 1. 11 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So one arrow just gets stuck into the enclave. The other one does manage to stick to the creature. All three of them are still moving.
Okay, I'm done. I
All right.
moved a little bit. I'm done.
All right. From top to bottom, the 4 who are active are going to take 2 attacks into K, 1 attack into Dreloff, and 1 attack into Vigo. Starting with the 2 attacks against K. Gotta turn that off on these guys. 9 misses, 20 doesn't.
20.
You're not wearing. All right. You're wearing armor. You are wearing
Yes.
armor.
Yeah.
So you're going to take a permanent -1 penalty to your AC. As you take 4 bludgeoning and 16 acid.
Even
One
though it's
attack again.
magical?
Your armor's magical?
Yep, it's a +1 half plate.
Why did you get +1 armor?
You let me buy it for a fuck ton of gold.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. All right, sure. Yeah, okay. In that case, it does not dissolve. All right. Drelov. Attack against you. That should hit you.
It does.
34 points of damage. You're not wearing armor, so you don't have to worry about any dissolving there. And then finally, 1 attack against Vigo. Natural 1, which is good because I don't want to dissolve his armor while he's not here. Okay, you're up next.
So basically, my question is, do these things have I noticed these things multiply on sharp hits?
Yes.
Okay, then in that case, let's see what I can do here. What for you guys that know weapons would be something equivalent to a greatsword, where it's like 2d6 damage?
Whatever the heck that heavy hammer is called.
A halberd?
It's not a warhammer.
Lucerne
Nah.
hammer.
A warhammer's 1d8, 1d8. Great hammer? I don't know.
Maybe a maul.
Because I was just gonna flip to that and then
Yeah,
try to hit the
yeah.
shit out of it.
Maul would be the bludgeoning equivalent of a greatsword.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a maul.
Deal. Then I'm going to flip to a maul.
Okay.
I looked that shit up already.
Which one are you attacking?
I'm gonna attack the one directly in front of me first.
Okay.
If it's the same thing as greatsword, I'm just gonna roll my greatsword.
25 hits. 16 hits as well. All right. Hefty damage to the creature. It kind of shifts and it sludges around a little bit, but it's still shifting around.
That's it.
All right, because you did hit it with 2 melee attacks. You are taking 4 points of acid damage.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Singe.
Let me see here.
They touched the statue and black pudding came out of it.
Okay. Bear with me 1 second. I'm sorry about tonight, guys. I'm
That's
dealing
okay.
with whatever this infection is, and it's not working well. Uh, well, I'm gonna move to here. I'm gonna cast that.
Okay. Starts the turn there. Okay, so you got the Spirit Guardians going around you for the time being.
Yep.
It's not going to affect these guys until the start of their turn. So, anything else?
No, I'm just gonna get ready to help the guys in any way I particularly can.
Okay. Vigo on his turn is just going to take 2 swings at the guy to his immediate south using that hammer again. Both attacks will land. Which will destroy that one. And actually, it's going to destroy 2 of them because the first attack destroys the first one. All right. As he takes out 2 of the little ones, he is going to take 9 points of acid damage. And then he is just going to push himself up here next to the last 2, and that'll be his turn. Treverin, you're up.
All right. Targeting the one I can see. Yeah. I'm going to hit him with fireball
All right.
or firebolt. Ugh, yeah, that.
All right. Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's better.
You incinerate it.
Okay.
All right. Drill off. Finish the last one off.
I'm going to hit it with the searing smite that my cauterizer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
What dice was it?
Well, first roll to see if you hit, I should say.
So you just roll the cauterizer.
Yep.
Whoops.
So roll damage for the weapon. And then roll an extra d6 on top of it. All right. That's going to be enough damage that it actually just takes it out, so we don't have to worry about any persistent searing. But that becomes fire, and you guys are out of combat. As the black pudding fades, you do get to a better look at the features of the statue itself. Excuse me. Second. As I pull it up.
Here I thought the here I thought we were in much more of a dire situation than we were.
The statue depicts a man with a hefty-looking man with a beard, who is dressed up to look kind of almost like a smith or a forger or something. And anybody who's looking at the statue can, if they wish, make a religion check to see if they can identify it.
What the hell's religion?
Kay, you recognize the statue as Gond, the god of invention.
I will relay that information, and I suppose does the statue look like it has its hands out or anything like that?
No, it does not.
I guess knowing who he is there anything in lore that he has created that sounds like something we have found?
It was his religion, from what you would know. It wouldn't relate to anything specifically you found. He is known to. He is mostly known in the Gnomish pantheon more than he is in the human pantheon, although he is a primary member of the human pantheon, and mostly for smith work. Amongst the Gnomish pantheon, he is known as Nebulin the Meddler.
Okay.
Anything special about the statue now that we're standing next to it?
Aside from the features of the statue itself, nothing else stands out to you.
Okay.
I suppose we'll head back out then, unless there's anything discernible from the rubble of the leftover statues.
There's nothing discernible, unfortunately, from those statues. They have since crumbled over time. Based on the features of the statue that you can now discern, you get the sense that perhaps this area was once served as a temple of some kind.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna start heading back out.
All right.
For
Why do
what
I
it's
feel
worth,
like this is a labyrinth?
for what it's worth, as you head back out into the foyer, you quickly peer up and you can see that kind of floating around the middle of the room is a transparent, glowing, floating eye that just is kind of keeping its eye on you.
I guess I should ask, does anyone need a short rest before we go into this, I'm gonna guess, maze?
I'm good.
I'm okay.
Okay. The only thing I'd serve to gain is a little bit of HP and some spell slots, so that's all I'm asking.
Yeah, all I would get was HP.
I'd need a long rest for the spell slot, so
Then I will step in the hallway.
Okay.
North or south, gang?
oh north.
Well, it's the only way to go, so I'll wait for you guys. Well, that doesn't look too friendly.
What do you see?
I see a troll.
Indeed, you do. Poking out around the corner of the room, you can see there is a troll, or what looks like a troll, hunkering down in the southwest corner of that room. In the northwest, excuse me. What do you do?
Does it notice us?
Not at the moment, it seems.
Is there anything else in the room?
It smells like shit.
Alright.
Is the troll taking a shit?
Maybe.
I'm just gonna back up. We don't have to fight it. I'm not gonna fight it. I hate trolls.
I'm already working my way back down.
I'll run to the south.
Alright.
And I suppose I'll stop at this intersection to wait for them.
That's what I was doing.
Julie, I'm just dragging you down. I assume you want to head down.
Yeah.
Okay. The
South or
hallway
east?
continues on.
I think Julia's decided south, so lead the way.
Okay. There's a door at the end of the hallway, and there appears to be a room that carves up around to the north.
I'll peer in the remote north real quick.
I'll listen at the door.
You don't hear anything. As you enter up into the room above you, Kay, you see what looks like may have once served as some sort of feast hall. There are two 20-foot long, 5-foot wide stone tables in the room that are flanked by stone benches. On each end of the hall are hanging rods that look like they were designed to hold tapestries at one point, but whatever tapestries may have once hung on them have long since turned to dust.
Huh. Okay, well then I will head back to Julie.
I'll open the door.
It looks like it's stuck a little bit. You'll have to jam it a little bit. So if you're going to try to open it, go ahead and make an athletics check. Okay, it's jammed, but as you pull back with a little bit of force, you are startled as the skeleton, the half-eaten skeleton of what appears to be a dwarf falls right on top of you. As the initial shock comes off and you take a closer look, you can see that the dwarven adventurer, is female, has been half-eaten by maggots and is wearing tattered leather armor and a matching leather skull cap. In one skeletal hand, she is clutching a dagger. In the other, what appears to be an empty tin flagon, probably once held ale. On a bench behind her in the room beyond, you can see is a backpack.
I'm gonna stop you right at what you said was magical leather cap.
Matching.
No. Tattered.
Oh.
Matching tattered leather armor and matching
I was
leather
like,
skull cap.
okay, well that's an interesting thing to tell us.
No. Matching, not magical.
What-
The skull cap is tattered.
Anything else in the room besides the backpack?
It's lying on a bench in there.
And
Aside
nothing else.
It,
Nothing else but the bench and the backpack.
there are similar tables with benches that look like this place may have served as a feast hall at one point or another.
I
All
look
right,
up.
if you drag me to the bench, I'll go check out the backpack.
Okay. The backpack, for what it's worth, contains everything that a burglar's pack in the player's handbook would, except for the lantern and flasks of oil.
Kent, did I hear you say you
Toss
wanted
it
to
in
look
the
up?
bag.
Yeah, I look up.
You look up.
Anything above
You
us?
see us. No. Just the things that look like they were designed to hold tapestries, but they're not holding tapestries.
I'll just toss the burglar pack into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Should we search the room, guys?
I'll enter and see if I see anything.
Make a perception check. Hiding underneath one of the benches, you see is a copper tankard with a hinged lid that you could probably sell for 25 gold.
I told Julie, I'm like, look, treasure. I'm gonna be like, okay. Since you seem to be so infatuated with it, I'm gonna walk out.
All right. That room beyond there, Dreloff and Kay, is just like the others, except it reeks.
Step in and peer around, I suppose.
I see a door.
Yep, there is a door in the hallway beyond.
Treasure in this place is lame.
Looking at that door, you can see the door itself is made out of green wood. On the front of the door, mounted, is a cast iron carving of a smiling, bearded face that is sinister in appearance.
What's up further?
A dead end.
I'm just gonna approach and just see if there's anything odd about the area.
Make a perception check. Nothing stands out to you about the hallway that strikes you as particularly odd or out of place.
Alright.
Guess I'll try the door.
Okay. Opening the door beyond is little more than an empty room, except you see a ghostly eye peering right back at you as you open the door. It watches you for about a minute or two, and then disappears.
Does it look like the same eye that was above the thing or above the room earlier?
Similar in style, yes.
Okay. There's nothing else in this room?
Nope.
That's disappointing.
Kelly,
Well,
is
not
there
every room is a
anything,
treasure hoard.
is there
What about
anything else
this?
in there upon closer inspection?
Nope.
Okay.
Add a character, that room is designed to possibly lead into an expanded dungeon of the player's own design, but I don't have anything beyond just what the map here provides.
What about this dead end up here?
It's a dead end.
So we have to go to the troll taking a shit.
Well, I don't think there's anything in there though. I think it's just the two trolls.
I only saw one troll.
There may be paths you have not taken.
How the hell did I lose the map? Oh, there we are.
Paths we haven't taken. What the fuck are you talking?
You headed north at the beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's right. We have a whole other part of the dungeon to go through.
it's hard to
Yeah,
recollect
because
what
you
the
don't have advanced
dungeon
fog of
looked like
war.
without the fog of war.
I know.
Yeah.
If I turn that on, it's gonna lag like shit. So
I
know.
guess I'll start backtracking.
there is a ghostly eye in that central room. Keep it an eye on you.
Okay, did we take this southern door right here? Oh yeah, there's
You
a
did.
broom closet.
That's where you got the bronze mask from.
Did we open
Yeah.
this door?
That's I'll open it for you. That's where the dead bandits were.
Oh, that's right.
The bone throne.
Bone throw.
You did not go to the left here.
I thought we went down this way. Maybe we
You did
didn't.
not. Nope.
Okay, well, I will let everyone know this is probably the way we should get out.
For what it's worth, those pillars, I'll remind you, are 6 pillars benchmarked with tiny indentations. And there's an alcove in the northwest corner that contains a rusty pile of armor.
I guess, what are the indentations? Do they have any, like, particular symbols?
Looking at them, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh,
You don't know. Rolls are terrible tonight.
I don't remember if I looked, but I'll give it a shot.
Go for it. You think they may have once held gemstones.
man, I want a gemstone.
Dreloff, as you get down to that door to your south, you can see this door is made out of stone, and engraved into it is the word that reads contestants.
I'll look at Kay and say, "Hey, that's your door.
Why is that my door?
You the one that drug us here after the
Fine, I'll open it.
Okay. As soon as you open the door, you are nearly consumed by piles of skulls that topple back on top of you. And as you clear yourself from the human skulls, some scorched, some nicked, some with rotting flesh still attached to them, you see a frayed banner in the midst of this heaping pile of skulls that reads, "Welcome guests."
I assume that it's just the skull itself, not full skeletons.
Just the skulls. Dozens and dozens and dozens of skulls. And a banner that says, "Hello," or "Welcome contestants."
What's down here, Kill?
Make a perception check.
Talking to Julie?
Yep, make a perception check. Julie, you see, as you get down to the end of the hallway, what appears to be a secret door.
I'll see if I can open it.
Pressing into the nearby stone, you hear as the stone shifts, revealing a room beyond. Lying on the northeastern corner of the room, on a marble riser, is a slender-looking throne made out of green copper and covered in cobwebs. Sitting on top of the throne, also covered in cobwebs, is a green copper helmet with a protective visor.
I'll pick it up.
Okay. You free the helmet away from the cobwebs.
Copper helmet with a green visor.
A green copper helmet with a protective visor.
Does it look like it would fit?
Yeah.
This never ends well. I look inside to make sure there's nothing inside of it.
It's a little bit of cobwebs maybe, but otherwise nothing's in there.
I throw it on.
Okay. The helm fits okay. It's got the visor nearby. You're not used to wearing a hefty visor on top of yourself, but hey, seems to fit.
Does it look like it's potentially valuable?
Yeah, maybe to the right buyer. You don't know how much it'd be worth though.
Does it look
Yeah,
magical?
No.
Well, potential valuable. Into the bag it goes.
Kelly,
Anything?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was say, is there anything on the ceiling?
No,
Actually, you know what, Kelly?
just this
Julie's
helmet
gonna
and just this throne.
with the helmet on. Julie's gonna sit on the throne.
Okay. With the helmet on, sitting upon the throne, as soon as you do that, you hear a thunk on top of your head. You kind of shake around in your hands. It looks like falling out from the ceiling is a wand that winds up in your hands.
Ooh, what's it look like?
It looks like a copper, a sort of a copper wand. Same made out of green copper as well. The rods kind of entwined around one another that comes to a topped knob, also made out of green copper.
Is it? Is it? How long is it?
Maybe about maybe about a foot.
Only a foot, huh? Julie will get up and wave it around. What's
Okay,
this do? Hmm.
you wave it around a little bit. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
I lean over to Singe and say, "Oh, great! Julie thinks he's a fairy now."
Please take it out of his hands.
I pointed at Trevorrow and go, "Alakazam!" Ha 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 ha!
Trevorrow turns no. Trevorrow turns into a sheep.
All right. The helmet and the rod go into the wand go into the bag.
Okay.
I would like to take a closer look at the rusted armor.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a perception check.
Yeah, hang on, I'm dragging myself up there.
What's that description? Just taking a closer look at the set of armor, it looks like just a rusty pile of armor that's had maybe magic and weapons kind of cast against it. You detect, based on casual examination, it may have been animated at one point, but that was a long time ago.
Is there anything behind it?
No.
Hmm. These centerpieces here,
Mm-hmm.
they look like they could, like anything could fit in the slots.
Gemstones mostly.
Only gemstones.
What else do you want to put in there?
I don't know. Anything resembling a gemstone.
I'll carve a rock in the shape if I have to.
You could probably put something in there if you took the time.
Are they straight pillars from floor to ceiling?
Yes.
Looking at the tops and the bottoms, does it look like there's any kind of mechanism related to these doors? Or these pillars?
Not that you see.
Okay. I'm a little light on gemstones, so that could be a problem. I tell you
What if
what.
Julie has our gemstones?
For what it is worth, if you're guessing or trying to figure out where to go, you're going to have to get all the way back to the direction you came.
Real fast, before we go any further. Um, Julie, why don't you let Kay see if he can use those burglar's tools and see if he can open this box. I know we don't have any proper burglars, but that seems like it might not be a horrible idea.
Why do you think instantly that I'm the burglar?
Out of character, I think you have a high dex.
I think there's other people who might have higher, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
You have to have proficiency with a set of tools in order to use a set of tools.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, otherwise you cannot use that set of tools.
Well, I guess drag me back to wherever I need to be, Captain.
Okay. In that case, I'll just make this easy. I want to drag you back all the way back down there. And now, From here, you can decide where it is you want to go and what it is you want to do. You originally came from down in this direction. You never explored over here, and there are elements to the south that you never explored.
Oh, yeah, we have this two doors over here that Vigo didn't want to check.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Guess we'll check the north door first.
Okay. Small hallway that continues on to another door.
God, I hate these types of rooms. I look for traps.
Perception check. You don't know.
I'm not walking in there. Anyone else?
You think this is trapped?
I have a bad feeling about any type of room that's small like that. If I open a door and there's another door within 15 feet of another one, I'm not walking in that room.
I'll,
Yell
I'll,
off you don't think it's trapped.
I'll look. I don't think it's trapped either.
You don't think it's trapped either.
Right, I'm
Drellof
gonna
just
kick
ran
this
right
door
through the fucking door, so it doesn't matter. if there
Drellof
was
walks
a-
through the small hallway with you kind of fretting back there like a scared little schoolgirl. Drellof's like, "Pfft," and then you kick open the door.
And then he falls to his 50-foot pit.
No. But you do see beyond a fresco
Nope.
on the northern wall. The entirety of the northern wall in this room is one giant fresco that depicts a rugged mountain, hollowed out with caverns that contain the tiny sculpted figures of dwarves. Behind the mountain are carved rays of brilliant sunlight that fan out to the edges of the wall. Also within the room is a table that contains playing cards that look like they have been spread out, as well as a stack of coins on the table. The stack of coins, if anybody grabs it, equates to 220 copper, 91 silver, and 85 gold pieces.
I'm more
As
curious. Oh, sorry.
on top of the gold, there is also in the middle of the room there a silver ring that worth 25 gold that is engraved with dwarven symbols.
I'm more.
Do you want me to bring?
Go ahead.
Go.
Go ahead.
I ain't reading it to you unless you bring it to me.
Also, for what it's worth, in there, carved into the floor, is a large recessed stone tub.
The real question now is it a complete 52 card deck?
It is a complete 52 card deck, and it looks like the cards might be marked, so someone was cheating.
I'm gonna take them for myself.
Okay.
I'm more
Note that you
curious.
have a full deck of marked cards.
I'm more curious about the little dwarven figurines or statues that were innately carved into the what do you call it? Anything special about them?
Go ahead and make a perception check. As you take a closer look at the dwarven figures, you note that one of them, as you're fiddling around, is loose, and as you pull it up, you realize the dwarven figure is actually the top of a stone key that has been slotted into the cavity of the fresco that is hiding the teeth. The key is easily removed from the fresco.
I'll take the
Ju-
key.
Julie walks over and produces the box.
I can try it on the box. I'll try it on the box.
Okay. It looks like it fits. As you open the box, to putting the key in and opening the box, inside you see the box's interior is lined with thin sheets of lead, and inside is a dry, withered heart.
Okay.
Vampire.
Um, do I know what this is?
Make an Arcana check. You don't know what it is, but you do detect that it is magical.
Does it look delicious?
No.
Does it look like I would still eat it anyway?
Make a Constitution check.
This is a decision you can make for your character.
Hmm.
I'm gonna poke it.
Does it do
It's
anything when you pokes it?
No.
If I pick it up and squeeze it a couple times, does anything happen?
It's dead.
I cut my finger, put some drops of blood on it. Anything?
Interesting, but no, nothing happens.
All I did was fucking saute it for you right there. Not saute it, but like flavor it for you.
Julie hands you the box, just shakes his head and walks out, mumbling, "Treasure in this place is lame.
You just found a wand.
Hearts, fucking copper cups and shit. Oh, God."
You also just found a deck of stacked cards and a bunch of coin.
I'm going to
Oh yeah, no, he's got the coin.
I'm going to ask Trevaring if he knows what this is. I'm just going to walk out there holding the heart in my hand, and I'm going to be like, "This could be lunch, but I'm
I
not
thought you were
sure."
gonna ask him to heat it up for you.
God.
I take a look at it and
It looks like beef
Sit-
jerky.
yeah, lead box. Can I discern anything about why it would be in a lead box?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
You know that lead is used to shield from certain forms of divination magic. So, whoever wanted to hide this heart wanted to do so to make it really, really difficult to find from forms of even from other forms of magic.
Okay. So I will relay that to Sinjin and kind of just look at it and say, I think you probably would want to eat something fresher. I don't know if I would touch something that's been in a lead box. Who knows how long it's been in there. I would.
Could get lead poisoning.
Yeah. That's true too. It's been in a lead box. You might get lead poisoning from it.
Killy really doesn't want me to eat this heart. No, okay. So,
To be fair, in character, I don't want you to eat that heart. Fucking
Yeah,
disgusting.
looking at it and looking at you, I'm like, no.
Yeah, when you're like-
this is not a good idea.
You had that gleam in your eye, like I know what you're thinking about, and I'm just shaking my head at you like it's not a good idea.
I'll throw it in my backpack just for what do you call it?
Please put it back in the box. Don't just throw a fucking
Well,
heart.
Julie, I'll give it to you, but Julie took the box or threw the box or whatever.
No, I
he
handed you. I handed you the
He
box.
handed you the box.
I was holding the heart.
Yeah, that's why he handed you the box.
Oh, fine. I'll put
He
it
was
back
just-
in the
He was
box.
just disgusted with the whole thing.
I'll put it in
Alright,
the box and close it again, and I'll lock it with the key. I still suggest we take it with us.
Fine, stick it in the bag. What's in this room, Killy?
Excuse me a second. Sorry. In that room are simple furnishings and bedrolls, all of which are currently empty.
That's for a search.
Oh, tried to put a gift there, but it didn't.
There are some rusty oil lanterns that light the chamber. Well, they don't light the chamber at this point anymore, I suppose. Looking around at the bed chambers and everything, it looks like whatever of value that was there was probably guys probably took off the bandits earlier. And then the room to your north just curves around into a small hallway. And I don't even know why it's there because the number that they have to mark that area isn't even in the book.
Okay.
So that's weird.
I just sent a
Alrighty then.
gif in the
I guess
D&D
we're
chat.
heading back out.
That gif is my character watching you hold this heart and think about it, and then finally put it away in the box.
Drelov, as you come up to that area there, you do see there is two small holes just a little ways above your height in that southern wall.
I need a tall person.
All right. I'm tall.
Peering in, you can see a couple of things. First off, it looks like you can push the door in, and secondly, you can see beyond is where you came into the Undermountain in the first place.
Okay.
One-way secret door. That's how they saw you coming down.
Well then,
All right. Oh wait, did we go up this way?
That just curves back around to where you were.
All right then.
What about this way, where Julie is?
That's where you came up into this direction. There is another path that direction that you did not go.
All right, hold on. Whoop,
Just
there.
drag up the rest of the party there.
Thank you.
watching
All right.
Julie go, I'm just gonna follow, I guess.
Okay. Moving down that hallway, you can see in the small room beyond is a 50-foot square room that has 5 pillars. Those pillars in that room are made out of human bones that have been mortared together and painted black. The floors of the alcove in here are littered with gnawed bones.
Do I see anything around me?
Hang on. As you're peering around, you see, hiding in the alcoves in each direction, are 2 floating creatures that have beaks like birds, but tentacles that stray down the bottom of their bodies. And as they float in, they screech and move to attack you. Go ahead and roll initiative. All right. These 2 creatures are going to move first. One moving next to Dreloff, the other one moving next to Julie. They are going to reach out. First, we're going to start with Dreloff. He's going to reach out to you first with its large tentacles. 23 will hit you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay. You succeed against the poison. You do take 8 points of piercing damage.
Sorry, didn't mean to move.
And because it... Alright, so it does not manage to get you poisoned or any of that good stuff, but it is going to swim down and attempt to bite you with its beak, which will miss. Alright. Second one, Julie, tentacles against you. It's going to miss. It's going to attempt to bite you. Or beak you, I should say. Which will also miss. Okay, you're up next.
I will run up here and attempt to help Julie.
Alright. Both attacks will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, you select the creature. One of the tentacles actually flies off and it screeches loudly in your ear.
And that's it. I screech back at it.
Alright. Dreloff, you're up next.
The one that hit me, I'm gonna hit him back.
Alright.
Let's see where the fuck. I'm gonna swing recklessly.
Alright.
That gives me advantage.
13 still hits. 18 hits. Go and roll damage. Alright. You cut into this thing. You manage to chop off one of its tentacles as it reaches back at you.
And I'll roar in his face.
Alright. Treverin, you're up next.
All right, I'm going to move here, And targeting that one, I am going to hit it with the spell of choice tonight.
Go ahead and roll damage. All right. You burn a bit of its fur off. It shakes a little bit, but it viciously pursues after prey.
Okay.
Vigo is going to make his way in, and drawing a light crossbow, he's going to attempt to fire a bolt at the one next to Julie. Well, twice, I suppose. All right. 14. Well, I guess both of those will hit. So 2 bolts into him. That's pretty good damage. All right. The one next to Julie looks like it's about to go down.
It's excellent damage.
Yeah. Singe, you're up next.
On the northern one.
Okay. Wisdom save. Now, go ahead and roll damage.
Hold on. Oh, wow. What a great roll.
And actually, if I fucked that up because crossbow is loading, I should have only been able to attack with it once, but I'll adjust for that next time somebody chooses to do so. All right, 1 point of damage against it. That's still some damage. Tickles. Julie, you're up next.
Due to the sharpening, if I do an attack action, do both my attacks get advantage or just the first?
Just the first.
All right, on the grill.
All right. Crit. Okay. You come down hard right across the creature's body and manage to cut it in 2. It is out.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to move over to the other one
Mm-hmm.
and use my my second attack and my bonus attack.
All right. Go for it.
Oops, didn't mean to have advantage there.
I'll count the 9 and the 17. So the 9 misses, the 17 doesn't. All right. You cut hard into that creature. It looks like it's about to keel over, but it is still standing.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. On its turn, it's going to attack with advantage because Drelop attacked recklessly, beginning with its tentacles against you. 21 will hit you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw
Hey, Killy,
with
when
advantage.
you get a chance, can you fix Toll the Dead for Singe?
Why would it do?
Because it should be doing 2d12.
2d12, not 1d12. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Alright.
Well,
switch
it's
it to
not.
casting.
It's actually not in the thing to click on. That's why I didn't realize.
I know it's because it's not set up correctly.
All right. It'll do 8 piercing damage to you, Drelop, with its tentacles. You do resist against poison. Don't have to worry about that. It is then going to attack you with its beak, which does hit you as well. 5 points of damage there. If you're raging, it's going to be both of those halved. Okay, you'll be up next.
Then I will be charging upon it. And giving it a thwack thwack.
All right. All right. Both attacks will land. The creature's out, and you're out of combat.
So those things are ugly.
Did we search the room?
You did not. And
And we still have it.
well, hang on. Let me see if this works. Sorry, I'm fixing Total Dead.
Yeah, I didn't realize it wasn't set up. I rolled it off the spell cantrip thing.
Right. No, it's only... We rolled the 2d8 correctly. It's not rolling the 1d12 correctly. The 2d12 correctly.
I can roll 2d12 if I know it comes up.
There it is.
Yep, there. Okay. Searching around the room, you just see the mangled bones of these creatures' previous meals. So, unfortunately, there's no treasure in here. They weren't interested in treasure. They were just interested in easy prey.
Anything about the columns that are made of bone?
They are made of bone and painted black.
All right.
I
Drelov,
suppose with that.
as you make your way ahead into that area, on either side of you are mirrors, about 16 of them in total. Each of them line the niches 3 feet deep along the northern and southern walls. Mounted in the back walls are these oval glass mirrors and heavy stone frames. In the middle of the corridor is a burnt, blackened torch.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna pick up the torch.
Okay? It is charred and blackened and burnt out.
Uh,
Is it dark in that
Donna.
room other than the mirrors?
Yes.
Can I see anything with my dark vision? I guess.
Seems
With your,
suggests you light the torch.
it is burnt out and you cannot light it.
I have a torch in my bag. Hold on. I take a torch out in the tinderbox and light a torch.
Okay, you light a torch. You can see your reflection, and the reflection of the light dance along the mirrors, or all around you.
I guess I will progress further.
Okay? As soon as you pass by the two westernmost mirrors, stepping out from them are two duplicates that look exactly like you.
Oh, this should be fun.
And they move to attack. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Turn to Kay and say, I didn't realize Drolf had brothers.
Wow, we are sucking in rolls tonight.
That's just initiative.
I don't think I rolled for... I did roll for Vigo.
You got a 6.
Okay. Alright. Kay, we begin the round with you.
Well, then I will take the dash action, I suppose, and dash up to there.
Okay. Vigo will do the same. Actually, that's about as far as you can get. Alright. These two duplicates that look just like you, Drelov, are going to swarm around you, and exerting their will, they're going to attempt to drain you of your strength. Crit. That's 21 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score, until you finish a short or long rest, is going to be reduced by 4. Then the second one attacks you. 18 does beat your AC. Another 9 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is temporarily reduced by another 2. All of you watch as these duplicates swarm around him, shadowy beads shooting out from their hands, and it looks like Draloff is beginning to be drained of his vitality. What's your strength down to?
13.
Okay. Julie, you're up next.
Dash action.
Okay. Trevarin?
Second, just want to see 80 feet. That's probably still within range. Yep. Targeting this guy, the north one of Draloff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hope this actually works tonight, and of course, no.
Unfortunately not. The bolt goes wide and right over Draloff's head.
All right, well, there's my.
All right, you moving at all?
Yeah, I'll move up a little bit.
Okay.
Just about here.
Okay. Draloff, you're up next.
Well, bonus action rage.
Okay.
As soon as I found where to click that shit. Tech the one of my
Okay. 21 hits. And 25 hits. Alright. Taking 2 hefty swings, flying into a rage after having your strength drained. You watch as the shadowy duplicate to the north of you fades into a wisp of shadow. What else do you do, if anything?
I could smite the one in front of. I still
What?
have 2. The cauterizer. I still have 2 charges.
You have to attack with a weapon swing in order to
Okay.
use that. Yeah. It's
Then
like a
I'm done.
paladin smite. Okay. Cinder up.
Was I close enough to see these creatures when they appeared? And
Probably.
Grelov was holding a torch.
You can clearly see this one attacking him.
Right. Did they look like they came out of the mirrors?
Correct.
I'm going to begin smashing mirrors.
Okay. Which one do you attack?
This one here.
Okay. As you smash that one, you see hiding behind it is another bronze mask. Sitting on a shelf. That resembles that of Hallister Blackcloak's visage. And you think you could sell it for 50 gold?
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Later on, Julie, remind me I'm going to give that to you.
Yep.
Okay, you're up next.
I will charge it behind the one beating the shit out of Draloff.
You said 75 gold, Kelly?
50. 19 hits. Your crit fail does not. All right. You slash into the creature. It is still standing.
Alright, that's it.
Vigo's going to move up. And he's just going to dash up. That's all he can do. The duplicate is going to reach out in Draloff's direction and attack him again. Attempting to drain his energy, which he does. All right. Draloff is going to go down. He was only at 5 hit points. And his strength is reduced by another 2. All right. Julie, you're up next.
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ugh. All right. I will I'll go to here and attack with my longbow.
Okay, go for it. Both will miss, I'm afraid.
Ugh. Awful.
Trevarin?
Well, that's targeting our friend here. Let's go with the only spell that seems to be working for me tonight.
13 hits. 13 hits. And the 10 points of damage will finish it off. All right. It fades as well into wisps of shadow. Beyond, you see Draloff looking quite a bit pale, lying unconscious on the floor.
I'll cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay, he is stabilized. Draloff, one more attack went against you. Your strength went down by another 2.
With that said, though, Killy, I'm going to smash all the mirrors in this room.
I
Okay.
will follow suit.
All of the mirrors get smashed, creating quite a bit of noise. You don't find anything else hiding behind the mirrors or anything else suggesting that more things might crawl out from them. You do note that there are 2 more shells hiding behind a couple of the mirrors, but they are bare.
I'm going to move up and to get our little friend up. I will cast Healing Word on him at the moment.
Okay. 6 points of health back to you, Draloff.
Should we find somewhere to sit down for a second and breathe?
Probably back the way we came. We don't know what's in front of us.
So we can just run back to the entrance really quick.
You can also call for Durnan to pull you back up.
That's true. Right here. We can come back down here in a second.
That would be what, to our east? Is where
Yeah.
we
Yep.
came in?
Right here where Treverin is.
Yeah,
So
it probably
we
wouldn't
can
be
take a long rest.
It would
Come back.
probably wouldn't be a horrible idea to take a long rest and come back down.
Okay. So, if you call out, Durnan will get you out of there. He'll do so for free because he's being nice to you. He'll ask you a little bit about what you've done, and we'll gather that information from you. As you guys get back up into the city of Waterdeep, though, after having climbed out from Undermountain, what do you do?
I asked During if he knows anything about this heart in the box.
He looks at it closely, kind of winces a little bit at the look of it, and he says, "You got me."
What time of day is it in Waterdeep? Are the shops open? Is it late at night?
It would actually be very early in the morning.
Okay, so no shops are open yet.
Not really.
There's not much I will do.
Killy, I'd like to take the boxed heart to the temple I was at earlier. Before we went on our trip.
Okay.
Originally, and I would like to leave it with the clerics there for safekeeping.
Okay. You do have items that you can choose to have identified too, but that will cost you, and it will cost you to identify the heart there as well if you want it identified.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if they
let's.
can identify it, sure.
We've got. Hold on, just to go through. We've got the heart, the transparent orb, the copper one, the copper helmet, silver ring with dwarven symbols, and Kay. I don't know if you want to bother checking the deck of marked cards.
No, it's just a deck of cards. They're just cheating cards.
All right.
And I forgot to mention, that ring is not magical, and if they showed it off to you, then trail off. That silver ring is worth 20. I think it said 25 gold. It is marked with symbols that mark it as a blessing for fertility and sexuality.
Okay.
Talk about the ring.
Yep.
Dwarven sex ring. Okay.
It's a cock ring. Got it.
Silver dwarven sex ring. All right. So look, we've got enough stuff. How much is that burglar pack worth if I sell it?
So it's shy of the lantern and the oil. Let me put that up. If you were to try to sell it, you could probably get about 10 gold for it.
Okay, so if we sell the copper crown, the burglar pack, the copper tankard, the Alistair Blackcloak mask, And the coin that we've collected to date.
I'm curious what the mask is, if it's magical.
You want to
Don't we also have
identify
an
that as
orb?
well?
Well, I don't. Is it a magical property item? Should I get it identified?
Well, I'm saying we don't have enough funds in the party treasure to identify everything. We have 360 gold.
I mean, well, let me ask. How much would they charge for me to get the mask identified?
Could we get a bulk discount on identification?
It would cost you 50 gold a pop, depending on what items you want to get identified.
Oh, 50 gold a pop. Oh, then we can. Let's see. Heart, orb, wand, helmet, ring, mask. We have 2 masks.
One's just
And
gold.
do we want to do the deck of mark cards as well?
Those aren't magical. They're still just mark cards.
All right, so it's 7. So we do have enough if I sell everything, and that leaves us like 10.5 gold. So we can identify all of that, Killy, and we've
Okay.
got the funds.
So
let's start with the heart.
start with the heart. Okay.
Yeah.
You are told that if a person were to attune to the heart that they have in their own bodies would swap with the withered heart you see in the box.
Okay.
If that doesn't sound like a good thing at all, I feel like I just die.
That's exactly what would happen.
What if I
So
had
if
eaten
Thanks.
it?
Somebody did.
If you eat it, they
Ew.
don't know.
Oh. Oh. Well.
I know, but they don't.
Oh. Okay.
So the heart itself isn't magical, but if you attune to the box, your heart swaps with the dry withered heart,
Incorrect. If you,
and
the
and
heart itself,
which
the
essentially
heart,
kills you.
the heart itself is magical, and if you attune to it, it swaps your heart with it, and essentially kills you.
All right, so
It's
lead
not a-
box of.
The lead box is just a lead box.
All right. That could be an interesting plot item, though. If someone's trying to keep it hidden, maybe we stash that somewhere in the bar, in the lead box. All right, transparent orb.
That is identified as one of these.
It's for raving.
Yeah. Well, what does it do?
Scroll
It's just at the
down.
bottom.
Oh,
So is this something that Vigo would possibly want can't see?
Although he does have the hammer now that has the light on it.
so
Yep.
it's like a utility light that follows you around. That's pretty useful. All right. Copper wand.
That gets identified as one of these.
I immediately say give that to the sorcerer.
You guys had one of
Uh,
these in the other campaign.
Wand of Secrets. Okay, who wants
Yep.
that?
I'll take it since I had it in the last campaign.
Trevarin, got it. Copper helmet.
The helmet is not magical.
The dwarven sex ring.
Also not magical.
What about
All right,
the?
can you give me
It's
can you give me
much to Drolloff's dismay.
can you give me prices on those?
50 gold for each one you had identified.
He meant to sell them.
Oh. The excuse me. The helmet was I'll say the helmet is 15 gold.
And the dwarven sex ring.
Is
200 gold to the right buyer.
25 gold base.
All right. Then we had the mask. 2 masks.
Yes. You haven't identified either of those.
Yeah, well, I'm saying I already spent the money to identify them.
Oh, okay. So the one that is shaped like a jester's mask is not magical, and you can sell that for 50 gold. The one that is shaped like Hallister's visage is magical, and you're told that it serves as a key of some sort, but other details beyond that you don't know.
All right, we'll hold on to that one. Put it in the bag. All right, we're gonna sell the helmet, the sex ring, and the jester mask. I'm just gonna turn that into gold. So that's
Okay.
30, 40, 90 gold for that. Unless anyone wants those. Okay, so noted.
No.
I'll throw the mask of Alistair's visage in the bag. Trevarin gets the wand of secrets. Kay, are you holding on to the drift globe?
I'll give it to Vigo in case he wants it. What did I miss? I walked away to get coffee and I
We
heard that one of the
identified
masks.
all the stuff. The jester's mask was not magical, but the mask of Alistair's visage is magical, and it's some sort of key. But beyond that, we don't know anything about it.
Is it the one I tried to put on?
No.
This is the one from behind the mirror, behind the
Gotcha, okay.
shattered mirror.
Okay.
You got that transparent orb, which is the drift globe.
Yeah, I saw that and I saw the wand of secrets, and I didn't hear what else
All
happened.
right.
So.
So anyone want the drift globe, or should I just keep it in the bag for use when needed?
I'll tell you what. If you, does that have to be attuned to, Kelly?
What's that?
Drift globe, attuned or non-attuned?
What does it say? It does
I don't
not
think it
need
has
to be
to be.
tuned. No.
I think Vigo's got a hammer that sheds light on things by speaking a word. I think Vigo and I are the only two people without dark vision.
Julie as well.
Oh, Julie.
Vigo has a.
Oh, I'll give it to
Yeah.
Julie then, because Julie tends to be up front.
All right, Julie will hold on to the drift globe.
Okay.
I thought you had dark vision for some odd reason.
Not an orc. He looks like an orc. He smells like an orc. He talks like an orc, but he's not an orc.
Could have fooled us.
All right, I think that's everything identified and sold.
Assuming that we're going to rest before we go back, I'll set everything back up. I gotta go step away again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask that we take a long rest. Actually, there's nothing I want to do. I want to look for a pile of ashes in the city in Trill Skull Alley.
Make a perception check.
Damn.
You don't find a pile of ashes, but you, after asking around to a couple of folks, do hear that there was a random pile of ashes as if somebody or something had gotten burned that was hiding around in one of the back alleys somewhere. They don't know what happened to it. Guard took it away.
I twiddle my fingers and I walk away.
All right. If you guys are going to take a long rest, you can do so in your manor, and nothing, of course, will bother you in the manor.
Dope.
After that, what would you like to do? Trail off, your strength goes back to its normal score.
Yeah, I already changed it.
Okay.
I suppose I'll ask if anyone else has anything else they want to get done in town before we head back down.
What happened to my map? It looks like it turned into a nightclub.
I don't know. Reload.
It's all like little round spots of light.
If you're talking about the hallway down there, Kelly said don't worry about it. That's a part of the hallway we don't know yet. So
I lost where we are. Hold on.
go northeast of that just a little bit.
Oh, I got it now. Okay. No, Julie's good. He's just gonna rest a little bit.
Okay. Julie rests within the tavern. At this point in time, after a long rest, it would be probably early in the afternoon. There's a little bit of hubbub going on in the bar below. What else do you guys do? You guys head back to Undermountain? Is there any other business you would like to take care of?
I'm
we're
good
good
to
to
head back to Undermountain if everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm good to head back down.
Okay.
I'm still
If you
thinking
guys,
killing. I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out if there's something else I wanted to do. There was something I had in my mind, but now I forgot what it was.
if you come up with it, let me know.
Say the only thing I can think of is possibly searching to see if there's any known maps that people have scrawled going in Undermountain.
Asking around, you are told of a couple of details regarding different ways in which to get to Skullport, the most prominent of which being through some Xanathar Guild hideouts. But as far as Undermountain itself and the details surrounding it, um, there are no real maps that are really well drawn for it.
Okay. Then now I'm ready to go.
And as we're going on, again, I hate that I can't turn on Advanced Fog of War without things being a real shit show. But it's either dynamic lighting and working at it without Advanced Fog of War, or I just keep dynamic lighting off and use old school Fog of War.
It's weird that it just randomly started lagging.
So, as you guys make your way back down, presumably, feel free to start dragging yourselves wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I can't think of what it was. They'll wait.
If you think about what it is you wanted to do, if there was something of import, just say so, and we'll work on. Before you head down, you do this thing.
Yeah, nah, I think I'm alright for now.
Julie's just gonna go north.
I had a good
this
idea,
way.
and then, like I said, I completely forgot what it was.
Okay. Julie, in that room, you see there's a few burnt torch stubs and discarded potion bottles in this room, which suggests to you that people have probably adventurers, have stopped in this small room here from time to time, probably to rest.
I'll give it a once over.
It's currently empty.
All right, we're out.
I found 2 doors.
Yep.
I'm gonna open the one to the east.
Okay. Opening the door to the east, you can see several goblinoid figures looking around and talking to one another. There is some noise in the room to your south, but you can't make out the details. In the center of the room is a shattered statue, and it looks like these goblinoid figures are in the middle of approaching it. As you enter in, a couple of them look up to you, and one of them will say, "What are you doing here?" Two of them kind of reach back for some gigantic maces on their backs. The other two kind of stay kneeled down, looking up at you curiously.
I turn and look at Gay and let him field the question.
I'll step up and I'll say, we're here to find food for our Dragonborn friend. Are you appetizing?
We'll make a meal out of you. And then at this point, they all get up and they grab their weapons. And you hear one of them bellow in Goblinoid, which Julie, you translate into, "You lot, get ready!" Roll initiative.
Here I go, stabbing again.
All right. Julie, you're up first. They've drawn their weapons. They've gotten up. They're startled.
Julie charges roar into their midst.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Right
start
into the
by
middle, knocking over. You knock over bits of the statue that they've been trying to reconstruct.
suckers. I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay, go for
I'm like a bully with a sandcastle.
it. 16 hits. All right. You smack him hard once. 12 misses. He manages to get his Morning Star out and blocks the second attack.
I'll action surge.
All right,
Attack him again.
go for it. 22 hits. 12 does not. Oh, that's 12 points of damage. My bad. Okay. You hear as you strike him across the cheek. He kind of affixes his jaw. It looks like he may have knocked it loose. All right. And 16 also hits. Taking one final swing of the sword, in a frenzy, you manage to take one of these creatures out. He falls backwards in a bloody heap on the floor. The other three look angry. Done for your turn?
Yes.
All right. The three remaining ones will swarm around you and attempt to clobber you to death. A 1,
A two-hoo!
a 3. 10 misses. 13 misses and 16 misses. These guys suck. Cinder up next.
Fortune favors the bold and stupid.
Oh, I guess he's not here. He's going to charge forward a little bit. And he is going to Toll the Dead. I can open his character sheet. Toll the Dead and the one to the south. Which he fails, and he's going to take the full 14 points of necrotic damage. He reels back, kind of grasping his ears in pain. Treverin, you're up next.
All right. Targeting this one that I see in front of me. I'm going to use the only spell that's worked for me tonight and hit him with Firebolt.
18 hits. I wish another spell would work for you.
I
All right.
wish it would too, so I'm tired of hitting this one.
All right, 12 points of fire damage to that one. He reels back. There's two bugbears, one to the north, one to the south, looking badly injured, but they are still standing and they're surrounding Julie. Moving at all?
I don't see any reason why I should, so no.
Okay. Vigo's going to move forward. And pulling out a short bow, he's going to fire a shot at the one to the south. Missing. All right. Bursting out from the door to your south are several goblins. With crude scimitars armed, they're going to charge forward, swarming your back ranks.
Yes, swarm my back ranks, baby.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 of them, actually all 6 of them, are going to attack Kay. 3 of them with short bows, 3 of them with scimitars. That's a miss. That's a crit, and that's a miss.
I was gonna
So you're-
say if they're all gonna attack me once, I was just gonna pop shield
Oh,
when I
okay.
see him flank me.
All right, so the crit's going to hit you regardless. So you're still going to take that 11 points of damage. And then 3 more attacks against you. Another crit. 17 is not going to hit you. 12 points of damage from there. Dreloff, you're up next.
Oh, I can't attack the ones behind us that I can see. So I'm gonna charge in here and help Julie. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna attack the one on the east first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna miss him.
Yep, crit miss.
I'll swing again.
Okay. 21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Nice. All right, is it on, I'm sorry, this one or to your left or the one to your right?
Right.
The one to your right. Okay. You swing hard to that one. All 3 of them are looking a little badly damaged, but they are still standing. Okay, you're surrounded by goblins.
I'm going to turn on them and cast Shatter.
Okay. Excuse me, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
DC to beat is a 15.
All right, the two of them in the back will succeed. They take half damage on a success, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the ones that succeed are looking super badly injured. You said the DC was 15?
15, yes.
Okay. So the 2 in the back are looking really, really badly hurt. And the other 4 are dead. Grasping
Okay.
their ears, blood dripping out of them.
The moment one dies, I'm ripping the fucking soul out of it.
Okay. That becomes person you slay rises a specter. Okay. So
I'm gonna put it right in front of me right here.
I'm just gonna
I rip it out of that one.
Sure. All right. You watch as the spectral form of a goblin just ekes out completely under your control.
Can you give it? I think it's 4 temp HP as well. I'm not sure how you do that because I can't change out the character sheet.
I'm just going to increase its HP to 26. That's all.
Okay.
Under the bar, anyway. All right. And then you have to roll initiative for it.
Yes, I do. I got that though.
9.
Damn. I was hoping to be less than mine so I could go immediately if that works.
Yeah. All right. Top of the round is Julie.
Julie's go. That was me. Julie's going to attack this guy.
Okay.
Rah!
19s both land. Go ahead and roll damage. All right. He gets really badly injured by the first strike. He tries to raise his morning star to parry the second blow, but it's not quick enough. As you come through with the second strike, you fell the second of these bugbears.
Free attack on this guy. Woo!
All right, go for it.
Great weapon master.
Crit. Great weapon master! You shout as you come down on its head. It's severing it from its body.
Free attack on this guy.
No, you can only have to burn the bonus action to do it.
Nope. He gets additional one from the crit, doesn't he?
No, I
Yeah.
can only do it once though. I can't keep chaining them. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. Because I mean, you can put me
Yeah,
in a room. You can put me in a room with like 100 kobolds and one attack action. I'll kill them all.
So does the attack if you kill something, it takes a bonus action to swing again, and if you get a crit, it takes a bonus action to swing again.
Yeah,
Right.
you only get one bonus action on your turn, so.
Gotcha. I didn't know they both took bonus actions.
I get the free attack on either a crit or a kill.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, that makes more sense.
All right. Done for your turn?
Great weapon master. Yeah, I'm done.
Great weapon master, you shout, taking its head off. The last one's shaking his head, goes, brute, and attempts to slam down on top of you. 19 beat your AC?
It ties it. It'll hit.
Yeah, all right. A whopping double ones for
I
4
take
points
him.
of damage.
He hits me on the head. I just kind of look at him and sneer.
You blink. Cinder, you're up next.
Sorry about jumping in and out tonight, guys. Really, I am. Well, I'll cast Toll the Dead on that guy. The guy closest to,
Okay.
hold on. Where are we at?
I think if 15 is going to tie your DC, yeah, it's going to beat it. So he doesn't take any damage, I'm afraid.
Doe.
All right, Treverin, you're up.
All right. Seeing these guys come up behind me, I'm going to target both of these guys and hit them with.
Okay. They both fail, and they both die screaming in agony as acid is splashed on top of them.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Vigo is going to move up next to the final one, and taking his Warhammer, he's going to smack twice that character. Both attacks will land. All right. So that final bugbear is bludgeoned to death by Vigo. You're out of combat. However, as you take a time to kind of collect yourselves, you do hear to the south the sound of about a dozen feet that are running to the south. And Julie, from where, and Vigo, and Dreloff, from where you are, you can see there's a couple of goblins that kind of charge out from the southern door, from a southern door, and around the corner and start fleeing. Now, hang on. As they retreat, I know it's only 9:37. We normally would end at about 10. With Bear gone, and with poor Kent here having to get up and take care of his eyes, I'm wondering if it probably wouldn't be a good time to call it just a little bit early.
I would vote.
That's fine with me.
I would vote for that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I would say short rest though before we go because I really need to lick my wounds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead
done
and
with
just
that.
roll your hit dice, and then we'll go ahead and call it a little early.
Jesus Christ.
Deal. Puts me back up to 1 less.
Okay. For what it's worth, aside from the now more shattered statue, not magical statue in the center of the room in which these bugbears were, there's nothing else that really stands out amongst the stuff. In this room to the south, there's a yellowed skeleton that looks like the goblins are maybe playing around with it. Otherwise, there's nothing of significant stand out, anything else there. So we'll just go ahead and call it early so we can get Bear here hopefully next week, and so you can rest up on those eyes there.
It's just the one. It's just it. You would think